Okay, so as I said in the last video, we're going to start out the second part here, writing down our definitions for our 3 vocab words. You should already have your date written and vocabulary written because I asked you to do that in the last video. So here we go. The first word is collapse. It says, some buildings remain standing during a strong earthquake while others nearby collapse. So to collapse means to fall down. And it's an action, so it is a verb. So to collapse just means to fall down. So you could say, I collapse onto the floor. The building collapsed. Our next vocab word is steep. And steep just means it's like a slope, like a diagonal that falls sharply. So remember I said with my cursor before, with my arrow, it wouldn't be like, this wouldn't be a very steep slope. That would be gradual. However, a steep slope would go fall quickly and sharply like that. That would be steep like that. So if you used steep to describe a slope, then we know steep would be a adjective because it describes something. And our last vocab word is loose. It says, building on steep hillsides or on loose soil is dangerous. So all that loose means, I'm sure you've seen this word before too, is not tightly fixed in place. So like I'm sure you've had like loose clothing before, or mostly you would use loose to describe clothing. Or in here, they use it to describe the soil in the ground, so it's not packed together tightly. And again, this is another example of an adjective because it describes the soil or your clothing. Okay. Pause this if you need to so you can get these definitions down, and then we're going to go back to our reading. We'll get one more page in, and then we'll go to the third video where we can talk about our focus question one last time. Actually, you know what? We're gonna wait. We're gonna do our third video, and we're gonna talk about our focus question because now we're on page 38 and 39, which is where we need to make the connection between these pages and page 31 that we read about in video 1 that gave us the idea that there are earthquakes in the central United States. So we'll talk about that. Here we see we can already make kind of a connection because we see a map of the United States. So keep that in mind before we go to video 3, which is coming right up.